Join our global community of travel lovers at zerototravel.com. Zero to Travel Audio Adventures presents Trekking Nepal. Episode 14, Raksi. In this episode, we discover Nepalese alcohol, and Samir tells us about the different kinds of Buddhist monks.
So it's day 11 and we're just hitting the trail. Isn't it invigorating just to wake up and eventually have your breakfast and you just get on the trail? How do you feel in the morning?
I feel pretty good, at least when I've slept good and I feel rested.
Yeah.
And it's kind of complicated, but at the same time it's uncomplicated, because the only thing you do is to get up and put on some warm clothes that I keep in my sleeping bag.
Yeah.
So the night before I go to bed, I figure out what to wear the next day and I put it in my sleeping bag so it's warm.
Thanks for sharing that trick with me, because my clothes were freezing when I put them on.
Well, you're old enough to figure out that yourself. I don't keep my dirty pants in there though, but socks and t-shirt or the sweater that I'm wearing, I keep there. And it feels so much better in the morning.
It's those little comforts.
Yes. Yeah, and you have to go to the toilet and you have to get outside, and it's of course a squat toilet, so that's not the funniest part of the morning, but it's necessary. And then you pack your bag once again for the 11th time in 11 days, and feel warm and you feel good, and it's like nothing. It's no morning TV or email to be read or those kind of things. It's very quiet, and only thing we heard today is like the sound of the river. Yeah, you get down and have breakfast, our normal routine with porridge with apples and tea or coffee. It's good, and then you feel energized to start hiking again. And last night we met this nice couple, so we had breakfast with them this morning too. That was nice. It's fun to meet others, to talk to, and to share laughs and experience with.
Yeah. And they were going up, we're going down, so we were sharing some of our little tricks.
Yeah. And
swapping stories and everything. It was great. Yeah, I always feel so good to hit the trail in the morning. I think you said it best, it's complicated, but not really, because you just get up and walk, and it feels good to be away from everything out. And just the first thing you do in the morning is walk in nature, beautiful nature. It's a great feeling, you know?
Yeah.
The air is fresh, and yeah, we heard some mules this morning. There's always the occasional strange sound you don't hear at home too. We got the river, but then you got some mules walking over a dodgy part there. Anyway, I have to say I love hitting the trail with you in the morning, AD.
Likewise, JM.
And we'll try to make it to Jagat today, maybe a little further. Just a few more days left on the trail. It's just kind of sad it's coming to a close. So I'll just enjoy it. I've hiked up and down the trails deep into the Himalayan mountains. But I don't know if anything has been more physically exhausting or more physically demanding than the poop I just took in the squat toilet.
It's hard, isn't it?
Usually when I've been going, if you're not familiar, the squat toilet is like a toilet, but it's on the ground, so you have to squat down to go into it. My aim has gotten very good, so I can hit the hole mostly. But Most of the time. Almost all the time now. But probably hitting about a 95% accuracy rate on this trip. Maybe 90%. But I haven't had a situation yet where usually it's just been, coming out and then it's pretty much done. But this one came in some waves and it took a little time. And
That's what I've been having.
And I'll tell you what, it's physically demanding on your legs.
I know.
Squatting down and trying to get all that duty out.
I know. And then you have to get up a little bit and go down again. And
I didn't even do that.
Oh, gosh.
You were pumping? You were pumping it?
Yeah.
Like a water pump. Anyway, maybe this is too much, but, this is reality on the trail. And just so you know, be prepared because these poops can be as physically demanding as the mountains themselves.
Oh, gosh. Oh, drama queen.
Okay, we're going to try Raksi.
Yes.
What is it?
It is specially made by rice, millet, or wheat. Different kind of Raksi. Okay. It's mixed, made by corn and millet.
Yeah, and it's an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, it's alcoholic, but it's completely local.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they make something kind of alcoholic things that they have a very it's kind of dough, and then they make a flour.
Okay.
And then they cook the corn and the millet together. They boiled and then keep for a few days, 3 days in the bag.
Yeah, so it's like a batch, so it's fermenting.
Yeah. And then that's become at first time that become really, really sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like sugar in that.
Yeah.
But and then they sift to the bucket.
They strain it.
The drum.
Yeah.
And then they locked that, keep for 10, 15 days, sometimes 20 days to become a strong alcohol. And then I show you the making Raksi.
Yeah.
They have 3 different pot. The first one is quite big, and they put all the millets, the corn with the water. They put it inside the big pot, and then put on the fire. And there is in the between they have another pot that's nothing inside. That's whole, and then some 3 small holes there inside. And then there is small pot, another pot. And then on the top there they have another pot. They put water there, and then from that the water from inside the alcohol drop to the small pot.
Okay.
And then they collect that, the Raksi,
and that's what we're drinking.
Yeah, that's the drink we drink.
And we're scared because it's strong. Yeah. We heard it's strong.
It's depend on people.
Oh, there's Mingmar's. He's got the yogurt style.
This is called Chang. That's before which is the strong.
That's the second step.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like yogurt or porridge or something.
Yeah, it's like porridge.
It's in a steel mug. And it's served hot?
No, it's cold.
That's cold. Okay.
Yeah. Some people who make the Raksi for themselves.
Yeah.
That is very good. They make stronger.
Okay.
And then that's.
So it's always like made local
local.
So it's a little bit different all the time.
And then some people who is doing that, making the Raksi as a business.
Yeah.
They do not very strong.
Okay. Yeah. Not very strong.
It's normal.
Yeah, it's like
because they have
regular people.
Yeah, they have to have more money.
So yeah.
That's why it's normal, not very strong.
So sometimes when we have something strong, like at home, we say it puts hair on your chest. That's like an expression. Is this going to put more hair on my chest?
Okay.
I guess we'll find out. While we were hanging out waiting for these crazy Raksi drinks, we asked Samir about the different kinds of Buddhist monks.
Yeah, we have three different kind of monks. One, most of the people who is belong to Buddhist, there are, I think, more than 60% people are that just they follow the monk. If we have some ceremony, we have to invite the monk, real monk, and then we just.
You're just following.
Following them. Whatever they need, we just provide them.
Yeah.
And then like me, I don't have any ideas to do a ceremony like monk. I cannot read and write the monk the Tibetan letter. So, and another kind of monk is he can read, write, and then he can do normal ceremony himself, like wedding party.
He can marry somebody.
Yeah, and then also the birthday party. He can stay at home, enjoy with family, and then he can also do puja. I mean ceremony every chanting every morning, evening in his own home. Okay. And then another monk. I forgot the name. They have the exact name of the categories. Okay. And then other monk is completely have to stay in the monastery all the time. They have to follow the
other monk has to stay in the monastery all the time?
Yes, all the time. They are not allowed to get married and then walk outside of the monastery as other people like us. They are not allowed to. And then they have not allowed to eat anytime. They have the certain time to eat, and then they have to follow the order of the main monk.
And they can't get married. They just choose a life of living in the monastery.
Yeah, all the time in the monastery.
Yeah, okay.
And then all the time study. And then chanting, doing puja, they have every day many different kind of puja, chanting ceremony.
Is puja chanting?
Yeah,
yes. Ceremony?
Yeah, it is kind of ceremony.
Yeah.
Every morning in the monastery, they have to clean. They have something. Putting in front of the god, like water and some fruits.
Like an offering.
Yeah, offering them, and then they have to clear every morning. They put new every morning, and then every evening they change that. At the time, they have to do some mantras. They have to read mantras. And then all the monks, they get together, and then they do kind of big ceremony.
Okay, so we're about to try the Raksi. Let me smell. Oh man, that smells. I'm trying to get some smell to describe it, but I can't. It's warm. It's in the coffee cup. I guess it's made of corn. This one.
Yeah, corn
So
and millet.
yeah, it looks like a beige color, and it's like
normally, the color should be very normal, like water.
Oh, really?
I don't know why it looks.
Maybe that's the color of the cup. I don't know. Mingmar's been waiting patiently to have a sip of his. Is there something we say when we just say cheers, right?
Yeah,
Is there?
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's normal.
I don't know how to describe it. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty light. Like it's not a heavy liquid, and it's not as strong as I thought it would be. It's not like making my eyes water, or like sometimes when you have a shot of strong liquor, like making you shake. It's relatively smooth. It's kind of smoky,
Yeah.
a little smoky.
It's smoky like whiskey almost.
Yeah, like
Yeah. Raksi is normally it tastes like very normal.
yeah.
And then when we drink, after drink, it's not like whiskey. Whiskey is we taste very strong. Also is get drunk
Yeah.
fast. But this one, it's slowly
Yeah.
we get drunk.
You get drunk slowly.
Slowly as warm up.
I thought it would be terrible, but it's
It tastes better than it smells.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
The smell is kind
in
of
my village, my grandma makes really strong.
Yeah.
That's really clean. We cannot recognize that water or
actually,
Raksi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's smooth.
Yeah, really.
Because
smooth.
this has a little bit more like apple juice kind of
Yeah,
look. Yeah. Like
And
thin
then
apple
the
juice.
strong one is when we try to sip. At the time, it feels like our breath is stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really strong.
Yeah. This is the first drink we've had on the trek, but
Yeah.
we're coming down now and
Yeah. This is the first.
celebrating a little bit.
Yeah,
So
let's enjoy.
let's enjoy.
Should we tell the Yak Man story? So there's a guy on the trail. He's a yak herder, or he's maintaining a fleet. Not a fleet.
Also probably
He's
drinking too much alcohol, and he is 60 plus.
Yeah, he's about 60. High, maybe he's between 65 and 70. One of these traditional looking Nepalese guys that has the village garb. He has a wrinkled face from the sun that looks like it's been weathered over a long period of time, taking care of yak out in the mountain wilderness. And he's set up right along the trail, and he's got his herd, not his fleet, his herd. He's got his herd of yak grazing in this penned off area, and then there were some on the mountainside across from the trail. So he's a shepherd in a way, not for sheep but for yak, and he probably takes them down there to graze and to eat and watches them, and maybe he takes them to different locations or he takes them somewhere else at the end of the day. We don't exactly know, but anyway,
He's watching them, and he has a fence that
Yeah.
he look after for people to pass and not to open the fence or anything, so that the animals will go away.
and his hut where he's living or set up is right on the trail. I mean, if you're walking on the trail, you could reach your arm out and graze it. And you can see right in there. And as Anne Dorthe said, as you're walking out up towards the pass, the hut's right on the left off the trail. You can see the yak, and then you get to this fence that you have to step up and climb over. And he's built sort of these, I don't even think there was dirt steps. It was just the fence you had to walk over.
Yeah,
but he had it fenced off so the animals couldn't get out. But you had to, there was no other way. You had to go, you had to climb over this ladder and this fence to keep going on the trail both ways. So this man helps, quote unquote, helps Anne Dorthe over the fence. And as she gets down, turns around and smacks her in the ass.
Yeah. Never been smacked that hard.
And just lets out this big laugh. And it was so funny because it was so unexpected.
Yeah.
And we hadn't had anything like that. And were you upset? I mean,
no,
I think it was just...
I was just like, what happened right now? What did he do? And he was, he laughed really hard.
And you just know he does this all day.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's set up there. He's got his tea or his alcohol or whatever he's drinking. He's got his animals, and these trekkers are just coming by. And he's helping them, especially the ladies. He's very
he's
helpful.
A lady friend.
He's very helpful with the ladies, helping them get over this fence. It's just hysterical. And
I think he deserves to have that fun.
So we came up with this expression. Every time I would hit Anne Dorthe on the ass after that, I would hit her unexpectedly and say, yak attack.
Yeah. You make up your own fun.
Oh, it's amazing what these old guys can get away with, huh?
That's true.
Trekking Nepal, coming up in episode 15.
And arrived in Machikola, which is basically civilization, right? I think Nepal gives more to us than we could ever give to her.
Kind of, we try to be like a part of nature, but we are at the same time detaching us from it. But in Nepal, people are living in it and with it.
Then my only clean pair of underwear fell down on the ground right next to the toilet in some muddy, dirty water that was most likely a mix of piss and old shower water. One thing that I wish I had done is to research the cost of the treks on the ground beforehand, and I recommend that you do that if you're arranging your own trek in Nepal. This audio adventure series has been brought to you by ZeroToTravel.com. Ideas and advice to help make any of your travel dreams a reality. Join our global community of travel lovers at ZeroToTravel.com. Hey, it's Jason here, and if you love trekking, I invite you to stop by ZeroToTravel.com/trekking to join our global community of hikers and discover the ultimate resource on trekking worldwide. You'll also learn about our upcoming authentic small group walking adventures. That's ZeroToTravel.com/trekking.